The numbers have spoken. The algorithms have run their simulations. And according to Opta's supercomputer, Birmingham City are supposed to finish comfortably mid-table. Not struggling, not soaring, just there. But football isn't played inside a spreadsheet. Because Birmingham City didn't accept that prediction. They tore the squad apart, moved on 13 players, and brought in 8 new faces. Which begs the question, as we enter the second half of the season, are Birmingham City about to outperform the model or prove it right? Opta's championship projections are built on probability, not passion. Before the season began, the supercomputer ran tens of thousands of simulations based on previous season performance, squad strength metrics, market odds, historical trends. And the verdict for Birmingham City was clear. A finish around 13th place, a points total in the low 60s, and just a small outside chance of the playoffs, barely above single digits. In other words, respectable, but forgettable. The model didn't see Birmingham as promotion contenders. It didn't see collapse either. It saw balance, stability, inertia. But here's the thing about Opta's model. It reacts. It doesn't predict intent. Opta doesn't wake up one morning and notice 8 new signings walking through the door. It doesn't feel momentum. It doesn't sense belief in the stands. It only adjusts when results change. And Birmingham City didn't tweak the squad. They reset it, 13 exits. That's not trimming the edges. That's ripping out the wiring. High wages gone. Square pegs removed. A clear signal that the second half of this season would not look like the first. This wasn't about adding quality on top of a settled group. It was about changing the direction of travel entirely. And models hate that kind of disruption until it works. Let's talk impact. The new signings didn't arrive randomly. They arrived with purpose. Across the pitch, Birmingham have addressed depth in key areas, physicality for the championship grind, pace and intensity off the ball, competition for places. This matters because Opta's predictions hinge on expected goals, expected points, and win probability. One improved defender doesn't just prevent goals, it shifts match outcomes from losses to draws, draws to wins. One extra goal every 3 games doesn't sound dramatic, but across 23 matches, that's the difference between mid-table and the playoff conversation. The supercomputer assumes regression to the mean, but Birmingham are trying to change the mean. Here's where things get interesting. Historically, championship playoff teams don't need perfection. They need momentum. A strong second half can add 10 to 15 points over baseline projections. If Birmingham's new signings improve home form, turn tight games into wins, beat the teams around them, then Opta's model is forced to adjust, and when it does, probabilities move fast. That original 5% playoff chance, that can jump into the teens within weeks. Not because the computer was wrong, but because the inputs changed. This is the phase of the season where identity beats reputation. To outperform Opta's prediction, Birmingham need 3 things. First, consistency, not spectacular runs, just fewer dips. Second, results against rivals. Beating teams in the 6th to 12th range matters more than giant killing. Third, availability. If the new signings stay fit, the depth advantage becomes real. If those boxes are ticked, Birmingham don't need a miracle. They need an average of 1.6 to 1.7 points per game from here on out. That's playoff pace. And suddenly, the supercomputer isn't leading the conversation anymore. It's chasing it. Opta sees history. Birmingham City are betting on transformation. The numbers say mid-table, the squad says unfinished business. The second half of the season will decide which one is right. So the real question isn't whether Birmingham can beat the model. It's whether the model is ready to admit it was wrong